Warning, this episode contains adult language, mature situations, an inconvenienced hero, a sleepy cat, exasperated party members, and manga news. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Spiraken Manga Review. I'm your host, Zan, saying konnichiwa, aloha, buongiorno, and what's up? How you doing? Hope you're excited for another fun-filled episode of this awesome podcast you can find at www.spiraken.com. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, and various other social media sites. Just type in SPIRAKEN in your search bar, and I guarantee you find us one way or the other. And if you're watching on YouTube, remember to like, share, subscribe, and click on that bell for notification for when we release new episodes. And I know that I sound a little echoey today. That's because I am recording from my new Spiraken studio. Yes, officially I'm in a new place, which is going to be pretty cool. But since there's nothing in here right now, there's a bit of an echo. Once I get more stuff on the walls and whatnot, it's going to absorb that sound. But for today, unfortunately, there is a bit of an echo. So I apologize. But with that in mind, let's actually get to the manga review of the week. Because if you remember for that last episode, I spun that one that only, the Wheel of Manga. And it dictated on to be that I'm reviewing a manga that was written by someone kind of cool. We're talking about Kousuke Iijima, and also illustrated by Shiori. Now, Shiori is someone kind of cool. The art is very unique and different, but we're going to get to that in a bit. This was published by Seven Seas Entertainment and released originally in Ura Sunday magazine, then released in Manga One magazine. This is a shonen series that originally ran in 2021 to 2022. There are only 4 volumes. The series is complete. And it is a action comedy fantasy series that's original title was Yusha no Hise ni wa Neko ga Iru, or Ir, and is known in English simply as The Cat on the Hero's Lap. And this is the story of the great hero Red. And Red is the descendant of the last hero Alfred. And he is going to fight the evil Monster King and save the world. That is his destiny. There's only one tiny little problem with this situation. And what is it? Well, because he is ready to go and he is being assisted by his 2 best friends. His 2 best friends in his party, of course, are going to be the great physical fighter, Aya, who is a level 10 martial artist, and then his best friend, Grace, who's a level 12 mage. He's great, and Red, our hero, is only level 3. And the reason why he's only level 3 is for a very horrible reason, and that is, he's got a cat on his lap. Yes, the dreaded horror that is when you are going to do something and a cat crawls onto your lap, and you have that dilemma of, do you get up and move the cat, or do you let the cat snuggle and relax? That is the dilemma that Red has found himself under. And unfortunately, because of that, the team constantly loses. And then they get resurrected by the king, and they're stuck in the starter village because they can't do anything because this cat has imprinted on Red and will not leave him alone no matter what. And what happened was that one day they were out and about. This cat, who they have called Mr. Cat, shows up. And he immediately decides that the perfect spot is Red's lap. And this is what he does. He goes in there and that's his lap. And then they're like, oh, it's so cute, but how do you get him off? No one knows what to do. Unfortunately, this causes problems for when he's going to fight and the cat just constantly crawls into his lap. He falls over, crawls into his lap. It's the same joke over and over again, but that's what this is about. It's about a cat that crawls into essentially a random person's lap and makes sure that he's there. It's kind of crazy. And it is adorable just seeing Mr. Cat just looking at him like, oh, he's so cute. What will Mr. Cat do? I mean, we don't know. What's he going to do? He's going to run into his lap every single time. And then he gets stuck there. And then because of that, monsters keep killing them over and over and over again. Eventually it gets to the point where they're like, we're going to go get some stuff. You're going to sit here with Mr. Cat. And that is what happens to him. I mean, eventually he does start to level up because of cool things, but this cat causes so many problems. At one point, they decide to use their money to go to a casino, and they're going to win lots of money. The problem is that when he gets the jackpot, the cat crawls on his lap, and he can't reach for a bin to get all of his money, so now someone steals his money. Oh no! Why? Because Mr. Cat. And eventually we find out why Mr. Cat is so into Red's lap, and it just gets into this over and over again of just Mr. Cat sitting on his lap. And that's what this is. Eventually they get a new party member who's also a catophile, and each one learns different skills to save the cats. Grace ends up learning the ability Pick Up Cat. but it drains all of his mana. Eventually, Red learns the ability to protect Cat. But that's all this manga is. It's just these people who are in a video game essentially trying to save the day and a cat is bothering them or being cute. It is adorable, it is weird, it is very strange. Eventually some other cats show up, including a black cat who is Mr. Cat's nemesis. Then there's a white cat who is a girl cat that both the cats like, but she hates them both. And then, well, there's a bunch of other cats. And eventually Mr. Cat finds his perfect home besides the lap, which is a treasure box. At first I thought it was a mimic, but no, it's a box. And why is that? Because he's a cat. So this is the story of a cat. That's all this manga is. It's just a cat trying to do his thing. And that's it. That's all you really need to know, is that he's a cat and he's trying to find a safe place, and his safe place is in Red's lap. And that's all the manga is. It's pretty short. It's pretty simple. The art style is kind of cute. The fact that they keep showing his balls is kind of weird. It looks like it's his hemorrhoid at first, but that's his balls. And yeah. I mean, there's some great moments like when the black cat is bothering Mr. Cat. But overall, it's the same joke over and over and over again. And as someone who likes cat manga, this one kind of runs its course. It starts off really cool because it's like, oh, the thing is that he's the hero and he's going to save the day and the cat causes problems. What else is there? Well, eventually we get more going on. Like there is a vet that all the cats hate. There is the guy who looks like a goon, but the problem is he just loves cats and the cats maul him all the time. And there's some good elements to this, but overall the story just, oh no, he can't level up or save the day because he lands on the lap. There's some clever points later on when they finally get to town 2, and the hero's like, oh no, I suddenly want to break into people's houses and break their stuff. And they're like, no, fight that urge. That's the hero's urge. You must fight it. So there is some great elements to it, but it just keeps running its wheels. There's nothing to this. There's only 4 volumes, and this is all it really is going to be. So character design, pretty well done. Story, meh. And the fact that it's a complete series could be really good or could be really bad. But for this reason, I have to give this our middle of the ground rating of A Gift from Your Crazy Aunt Muriel. It's okay, but in the end, it's pretty forgettable because, like I said, it's the same joke over and over again. It's Mr. Cat. He shows up. He's going to make sure that Red can't fight and defeat any monsters. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Eventually, this gets kind of boring. Sometimes you do something a little bit different with it, but this one does not really do that. I mean, you can agree with me or disagree with me, but overall, that's my thoughts on this manga. It just, it spins its wheels. It really just spins it. That's all it does. And that's kind of the problem, is that it just does spin the wheel over and over and over and over and over again. And that just is where it goes. Just keeps doing this. And, well, I digress. So let's get into the random question of the week. And it's pretty simple. It's, have you ever been stuck because there was a cat on your lap? You know, like that song goes, hey, I can't go to work today. There's a cat on my lap. Do. Oh, you're fired. That's okay. I got a cat on my lap. Have you ever been stuck like that? I have. It's wonderful and horrible at the same time. But let me know. Email me, zan@spiraken.com, or tweet me at Spiraken. Let me know your thoughts on if you have ever had a cat on your lap before or not. Or if you just think, it's a normal thing that happens. Let me know your thoughts on what it is. But with that in mind, let's actually get to the manga releases of the week. And we've got some really good ones this week. So let's get to it. So for this week, what have we got? Well, starting off with The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, Volume 10. So the second manga that we're going to be talking about is Akane Banashi, Volume 6. Following that, we've got Call of the Night, Volume 16. The Case File Compendium, Bing a Ben, Novel Volume 2. Disciple of the Lich, or How I Was Cursed by the Gods and Dropped into the Abyss, Light Novel Volume 7. The Eccentric Doctor of the Flower Moon Kingdom, Volume 6. Even Though We're Adults, Volume 8. The Fable Omnibus 2, which is Volumes 3 and 4 of the manga. Hellsing, 2nd Edition, Volume 8. I Can't Say No to the Lonely Girl, Volume 2. I Think I Turned My Childhood Friend into a Girl, Volume 6. Love's in Sight, Volume 7. Mao, Volume 17. Married to Kitsune-sama, the manga. Mashle, Might and Magic Volume 16. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Elma's Office Lady Diary Volume 8. Naruto Sasuke Story, The Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust, the manga Volume 1. Ninja vs. Gokudo Volume 1. One Piece, Ace's Story, the manga Volume 2. Pulse Volume 7. Punch Drunk Love Volume 2. Remonster Volume 9. The Saints Magic Powers Omnipotent Volume 9. Sketchy Volume 2. Skip Beat 3-in-1 Volume 16. Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle Volume 24, and I believe this is the final volume of the series. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Omnibus 2, which is Volumes 4 to 6. The Moon on a Rainy Night, Volume 5. And then last and certainly not least, we have True Love Fades Away When the Contract Ends, Light Novel, Volume 1. So these are the manga releases for this week. Which is the one you're most excited about? For me personally, my top 5 are going to be Akane Banashi, Volume 6, The Eccentric Doctor of the Flower Moon Kingdom, Volume 6, Even Though We're Adults, Volume 8, Ninja vs. Gokudo, Volume 1, and True Love Fades Away When the Contract Ends, Volume 1. Which are the ones you're most excited about? Let me know. Email me, zanspiraken.com, or tweet me at Spiraken. And, well, before we go any further, I'd like to thank each and every one of you who are checking out this podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you. Every email I get, every comment I get, every new subscriber. It gives me more motivation to keep doing this podcast and this show. And I want to keep doing this till I'm an old man who has to read manga with thick glasses. And more importantly, I love doing this. So thank you so much. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment on your friends. If you're listening on the website, www.spiraken.com, check out our earlier episodes. If you're watching on YouTube, we have a bunch of new content coming out. And if you want to join our Patreon, which will be back up by the end of this month, because the move has been taking the majority of my time. But once that's done, I'll be posting some new things, including a full version of an upcoming release that I pulled, that we talked about, which is Akudama Drive. I'm just finishing editing that. Once that's done, it's going to be a blast. Trust me, it was a lot of fun to talk about that insane series. Also, I am on Universal Toy Collectors. I've been talking on there for a bit. So if you want to check me out on that channel, it's really cool as well. There's tons of other people who are watching. And everyone who's following me from there, you're all awesome. Definitely check their channels out. I might have one of them come on to talk about some stuff. But I digress. So let's get to the part that you've all been waiting for. And what am I talking about? I am talking about that one, that only, the Wheel of Manga! Yes, friends, a Wheel of Manga, except no substitute. Now, what is the Wheel of Manga? The Wheel of Manga is a Wheel of Fortune with 10 slots on it. And what I've done is I've assigned a manga title to each of the 10 slots. What we're going to do is spin the wheel. Whatever number it lands on, the manga that's in that spot is what I'm going to review in the next episode of the Spiraken Manga Review, episode 562. And we have tons of titles on here. Everything from Appare Ranman to Whoever Steals This Story. So let's see what we're going to review in the next episode, shall we? Looks like number 6. No? Yeah, 6. Stuck on this side. So it's going to be Night of the Living Cat. A reinterpretation of a zombie story with, instead of it being zombies, it's people are turning into cats. Oh, God. I did not rig this one, by the way. This one came up. So let's see what we're going to review in the next episode. So anyway, as usual, I am your host, Zan. I am Gonzville. Catch you guys next time. And keep reading manga. See you later.